Good afternoon, good morning, good day, depending on where you are. This is Ian and Peter below me, and today we're talking about how to sell cars online. So we're going to start with a quick intro as everyone piles in because, of course, it is the automotive industry. Here we go.
In today's fast-paced world, connecting with your shoppers has never been more critical. Introducing VidCalls, your all-in-one solution for seamless video meetings, collaboration, and communication. With HD video and crystal clear audio, VidCalls.com can deliver dozens of shoppers daily on video calls to your sales staff in seconds. Whether across the street or around the globe, VidCalls brings you face-to-face with your shoppers. Share ideas, collaborate, and make real-time decisions just like you're in the same room. Shoppers click the seller's website, emails, texts, and ads that start visual conversations with sales staff. Special equipment is not required, and VidCalls trains sales staff to receive shoppers online. Enhance the opportunity for quality shopper engagements with higher rates of conversion. Inquire below for details.
All right, good morning. And we're going to go ahead and switch over to Peter. So take it away, Peter. Here we go.
Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us this Friday. Hopefully you had a great week. You're getting ready for an awesome weekend. I know how valuable your time is. So Ian and I, we're going to go through a lot of information for you kind of quick because this isn't rocket science. I mean, we're all in the car business. We're here to sell cars. We have a tool that if you add to your toolbox is going to help you sell more cars. So very excited to be here sharing this with you. And we're going to have some questions at the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to just put them in the chat, and then we'll answer them at the end of the presentation. At the end of the day, we all know that selling cars is harder than it's ever been. And this is a new study that came out from Cox Automotive. And in this study, it talks about people want to be able to buy cars without having to come into the dealership. We know they don't like talking to us on the phone, but the turn that everything is going to is more online shopping. I know we've been fighting it for years, but the fact of the matter is it's here. And it still really boils down to the fact that they're not taking our calls. I mean, I had a meeting the other day and I'm talking with some people that were in the call center business, and they were talking to me about how they have to mask where the call is coming from, because when people see that it's coming from a dealership, they immediately just send it to voicemail or they just decline it. People do not want to talk to us, especially if we're in the selling mode. They know they've been to a couple of dealerships, they've asked for some information, so now all of a sudden their phone number's out there and they're getting, machine gun phone calls from salespeople, and they don't like it. So they don't want to talk on the phone. And just to kind of support what I said earlier about the trend going online, we now have Amazon selling cars. I know people are probably throwing stuff at the computer screen now because they're so upset about it, like I was. But Amazon is already in a beta with some dealers, and they're selling cars online. And we're going to see more of that, because people like that Amazon experience. It's really easy. They can sit on the couch, not have to do much, and avoid having to come into the dealership. Well, Zoom has changed the way people do business. Since the pandemic, everything has gone to a lot of virtual meetings, and Zoom has been a major player out there for B2B communications, and they've done a great job. They make it really easy to communicate. Well, VidCalls, the company that we're going to talk to you about today, is their competitor. And quite frankly, they want your business. We want your business. The difference between Zoom and VidCalls is very, very important, and I'm going to point out. Zoom is B2B. In order to do a Zoom meeting, you all know you've got to sign up for Zoom. You got to send out an invitation. That person's got to get that invitation. And I'm not sure if you've had this experience lately, but getting those invitations delivered to somebody with all of the new spam filters and all things going on with Google and Gmail, it's a lot harder than it was before. Well, VidCalls is the first and only consumer to business platform, consumer to business. Because what happens is, instead of you initiating the Zoom meeting and sending it out, the consumer, while they're on your website shopping, they press a button on your website, and now they're communicating with you directly through a video call with no need for any type of sending links or giving them codes or giving them member numbers or anything like that. It's literally instantaneous. And that's the difference. It's consumer to business. So the future of online car buying is here. And it's all done through this beautiful little button we call the Vicky button. Because you take this button and you can place it anywhere you want in your digital marketing, And with a single click on that button, somebody is talking to your potential customer from your dealership. Here's an example of one of our clients. They're putting this on all of their VDP pages. So think about it for a second. I'm on your website doing my virtual shopping. I'm looking at all the pictures of the vehicles, and all of a sudden I land on a Ford F-150 that I want, and I want information on it. Well, instead of me picking up the phone and calling, which people don't want to do, or filling out a lead capture form, which those numbers have dropped dramatically, I can literally click on this little button right here, and I'm now talking with a salesperson at the dealership. Face-to-face communication from the comfort of my home, talking about the vehicle that I want. And the beauty of it is the salesperson takes the call on their mobile phone. So if the vehicle is handy, they can walk right out there and literally do a walk around presentation on the vehicle. So they actually can sell the car virtually because of this new tool. Because video chat is done in real time. So when that person puts in the request to talk to somebody, someone at the dealership answers the video call, they greet them with a smile, and they start the sales presentation. And they do the most important thing. They build a relationship and they build trust, because the one thing that is lacking with a lot of this, phone communication and email communication is that ability to connect with somebody. You can't connect with somebody through an email, but you can connect with somebody through a video call. Because just like you're watching me right now, if I'm on a video call with you, I can see you. You and I can communicate. We can see each other's body languages. You can build trust that way. It's a tremendous, tremendous benefit using this tool. I personally love video calls because what I've done and what a lot of our clients are doing is they're integrating it into their signature line on their emails. So when they send out an email communication, they can literally have somebody click on the button and be communicating immediately. I find it very beneficial when I'm working with somebody and I'm trying to deepen that relationship. I'll send them an email and I'll simply say, hey, Bob, do me a favor. You got that email I just sent you? Okay, you did? Do me a favor. You see under my signature line, you see that button? Click on that button so we can have a video call. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Just trust me, click on that button. They click on that button, we hang up the phone, we get that feedback, and now we're doing a video call together. It has been so powerful because it gives you the opportunity to communicate and connect with somebody on a face-to-face level. With video chat, the biggest benefit with vid calls is this. You don't have to have passwords. You don't have to send them an invitation. You don't have to go through all that, stuff that goes on. It's really simple. They're on your website, they're shopping. And when somebody on your website clicks on that button to do a live video call, you know what we call that? We call that a buyer, okay? You should think about it. We go back to the old days, and I used to be with a fairly large Ford dealership, and the rule of thumb was if somebody came to the store and came to our dealership, they were there to buy a car. And a matter of fact, back in the day, I'm dating myself a little bit, there was a rule at our dealership. If you let that person leave a lot without a TO, you might as well get in your car and follow them because you were fired, okay? And if you want, you can call me and I can tell you what the dealership was later. But that was the rule of thumb. If someone came to our dealership, they were there to buy a car. It's the same thing with this. If somebody clicks on that link to initiate a video conversation with you about a vehicle, they are a buyer. How you handle that call is going to determines whether or not you're going to sell them a car or they're going to go down the street. But if they're clicking on that link, I can tell you for a fact that they're looking to buy a car. And this is how simple the product works.
Place the video chat icon on websites, digital ads, emails, or texts directing shoppers to click now to connect for information and potential purchases on instant video chats with advisors. As shoppers click the link, we notify advisors on their computer or cell phone the shopper is standing by. The first advisor to respond greets the shopper with a smile and starts meeting. We call it visual engaged sales marketing.
It's that simple. There's no special things that you need. It's a very simple, clean process. And the bottom line is it works. This is a testimonial from one of our dealers, and I'm just going to read it to you. It's that powerful, from Adam. Our customers and staff love vid calls. We have sold cars. Let me say that again. We have sold cars and set over 15 appointments so far for the store. Seeing is believing. It works. Let me show you one more testimonial from another client of ours, Ruxer Ford, Jake, the internet sales manager. The customer used vid calls on our website, and we were able to show him online 3 F-150s we had in stock, and he came and bought one. It is so powerful because as Jake was telling me, they had him on the phone, they're doing a video call, and the salesperson just took his phone and walked out there and literally did a walk around presentation on the different trucks. It was able to open the door. He actually turned on the engine on one of them so you could hear the engine. It makes it so easy. And today, people want it fast and easy, just like Amazon. It's real easy, fast and easy. You go in there, press a couple buttons, boom, you've got your stuff being delivered in a couple days. This is a very powerful tool that is going to revolutionize how cars are sold in the future. So at this point, I know I've spoken fast. I do apologize. It's Friday afternoon. I respect your time, and I greatly appreciate all you've come in here. So I'm going to open up for some questions. I know Ian, we've got a bunch of questions I can see on the screen. Ian kind of handles all that. He's the master of all this stuff. I'm just a big talker.
Yeah, we had a question about, how many agents, like let's say I have a sales team of 5 or 25 or 3 or 20, how many sales agents can handle these calls? I mean, just say we had a bunch of calls. How does that work? Video calls.
That's a great question. And the thing that is interesting about vid calls is this. Let's say you have 10 salespeople. Our recommendation is you have all 10 salespeople on the system. And the reason for that is this. Bob, the customer, he's on your website and he clicks on the link for that F-150. Okay. So when that happens, our system, the vid call system, is going to ping all 10 of your salespeople. And it's basically a race. Whoever answers the phone first and hits the button is going to now talk to that customer and sell that vehicle. Why it's important to have more than one person handling this is this. We're in the car business. And if I'm a salesman and I've got the vid call system set up and I'm out there delivering a car or I'm back, doing something that I need to do it for F&I or whatever, and the call comes in, I'm going to miss that call. By having multiple people and them all being pinged, this ensures that you're not missing any opportunities. So you can have as many as you want. We recommend as many as possible because you don't want to miss that call.
And what would happen if, let's say, after hours or maybe I just didn't have enough salespeople or it's a peak hour like a Saturday or something and no one could get to the call? What happens there, Peter?
Another good question. What happens is this. If no one's available, they will get a message that says, sorry, no one is currently available. We're working with other customers. Please leave your information. And I will tell you that it becomes a data capture form. So they fill out the information. And one of our first sales was actually made through that process. Someone tried to do a vid call. No one was available. The next morning, the manager saw that and gave it to one of the salesmen. The salesman made the follow-up phone call and actually sold a vehicle. It was the very first vehicle that was sold, to my knowledge, through a video call. So that was pretty exciting. And it wasn't actually a live video call. It was somebody who wasn't available, left a message, and was followed up with.
Fantastic.
So it's powerful.
And then I had another question. I mean, what about the price point? Like, what does this cost? I know we have chat bots on websites and lead forms and things, offers that pop up. But what does this cost for a dealer? Like, what's the deal?
Good question. The cost for the dealership is, and I'll just show you real quick. Flip to the next screen. The cost is $150 setup fee. It's a one-time setup fee because what we're going to do is we're going to set up as many people as you want. If you want us to have 10 people, if you want to have 20 people, it's still $150. Doesn't make a difference. We're going to set up and train all of those people for that $150 fee. And then it's $500 a month. So it's very inexpensive. There's no additional cost. We're not charging you per minute. We're not charging you per call. We're not charging you per lead. There's no hidden fees involved. So there's no long-term contracts where you're going to sign away your life with this. It's very clean. It's very simple. It's $500 a month and that one little fee, $150 fee, setup fee. Now, if you register today, the special is going to be, we're going to give you 1 month free and we're going to waive the setup fee. So Ian is going to do all that work setting you up for free. So he won't get paid this month.
Fantastic. So when you're looking at training and specifically looking at training, say on one of these devices, obviously we have staff available to do that. How difficult is it to use it on a mobile phone, Peter? What do you think?
It's actually very easy. The software works. You don't have to have anything special. There's an app that we tie into, so it can go to, you can actually do it on your phone, your iPad, your desktop, or your laptop, whatever you like. But it's very easy. Training is very easy. So it's not like you have to go to school and learn how to do all this stuff. It's really simple. I mean, everybody knows how to do a FaceTime call. Everybody knows how to use Zoom. This is basically all of that without the hassles of having to get it set up. It's instantaneous.
And what about things like QR codes and stuff? Obviously, we have one on the screen. What about things like that?
The QR codes is really exciting. Now this is kind of new. This is new technology, a lot of new stuff happening. But what is awesome about that QR code is this. You can put that in all of your marketing. And we have not yet had a dealer do it. We've done some testing. So you on this call could be the first ones to actually do it. But I know it works because Quicken uses it, or QuickBooks uses it, where you can put a QR code into your TV commercials or your videos on YouTube. So what happens is, when someone's watching it, they can literally take their phone, get a quick shot of the QR code, and the QR code will immediately connect them into a vid call. So you can literally add that QR code to your TV commercials and all of your digital marketing, and literally be able to have somebody take that picture of the QR code and actually initiate a video call. So the future is so exciting. I mean, I'm literally so pumped up to see how everybody's going to utilize this, because technology is kind of like brand new, and all of these great opportunities for those people to get involved early and start leveraging it. Because it all goes back to the basic fact: people don't want to talk. They don't want to have to come in the dealership. And this is a way to make it easy for them to engage with you and shop your dealership.
Fantastic. And if you want to register today, obviously you can register by hitting the link right there on the bottom of the page, or you can actually just take a photo of that QR code and go right to the registration page. If you have questions, you can reach out to myself, or of course you can reach out to Peter. So it's peter@vidcalls.com or ian@vidcalls.com, and that's our contact details. Any other questions? I don't think I had any other ones. Was there any other final comments you had, Peter?
My final comment is this: it's Friday afternoon. Have a great weekend. Sign up for this. But if you really want to see how easy this is, go to our website, www.vidcalls.com, and click on that button, and you'll be connected to either myself or Ian. Now, I will tell you, because we did this last week for we did another webinar last week, and we had a huge turnout. I'm not sure. I know there's like 60 or 70 people supposed to be on this one, because we have it in a couple different places. But the last one, we had a bunch of people clicking on that link, and they kept getting that message. And I'm going to warn you ahead of time. It's just Ian and I handling these calls. So if you click on that and we don't answer right away, it's not because we're ignoring you or it's not working. It's because we're talking to somebody else on a vid call. But if you want to see how easy it is, I highly recommend you try it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for taking the time, Peter. And of course, if you have questions, just reach out. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Sell lots of cars with vid calls, because there are serious buyers on these calls. Bye for now.
See you on a vid call.